Welcome to Drinking Bros. Put down the water and grab a fucking drink.
Welcome to Drinking Bros podcast. Yeah, we're gonna add some clapping in post.
It's so much fun.
God, the crowd.
I'm looking forward to the clapping in post.
God, the crowd is gonna go wild. The crowd is gonna go wild for that. Tonight's podcast is sponsored by Lead Slingers Whiskey, the greatest whiskey in the land. It'll also add 3 inches to your dick, which is good for me because I gave 3 inches away about 12 years ago. So I'm glad I'm getting the 3 back. As well as At Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed, the first ever romance novel for dudes. It is in stores everywhere and on Amazon. This podcast is for everybody who believes in drinking, fighting, and fucking. If you don't believe in those things, this podcast isn't for you. You should probably shift over to Lena Dunham's, whatever the fuck the name of her podcast is. So just listen to that shit.
I think it's called Wet and Afraid, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah, I think it's called I'm overweight. I want to expose myself. Then I want to shame the internet for shaming me.
It's called Bath Salts in the Oxygen Channel.
Oh, God.
Yeah, hey, guys, no lie. She has a podcast. It just started. Of course she does. And I literally saw it was in the top 10. And I don't know what the term is for vomiting and diarrheaing at the same time, but that's what it made me want to do.
That's called a shook, Ross. It's a shit puke.
Yeah, a Shook or a Oprah Winfrey, whichever one you want to go with.
It's got multiple names.
Yeah, it's a it happens a lot. So yeah.
Yeah. No, it happens all the time. So this is the place if you guys want to come, have a few drinks, have a few laughs, and shake off the day. We are joined by Matt Best, Jared Taylor,
Hello.
Rocco. We just going by Rocco now, kind of like Cher or Madonna.
Yeah, I mean, we went ahead and eliminated the other two.
I mean, it's one syllable. You are like Cher or Madonna.
Right.
Like I would be too scared to ask for your last name. You're a big motherfucker, man.
Yeah,
You are a huge fucking guy, and it's like Rocco fits so well. You literally don't want to ask what the last name is. I know it's Vincent Vargas because we're friends, but I don't know if on the street you just go by a Rocco. Like if somebody looks at your wife weird, or if you're like, oh no, I'm Vincent Vargas. Like I'm trying to tone down more like Green Mile style.
Yeah, when I meet the kids' the kids' teachers, it's Vincent Vargas, and then everyone else, it's fuck you, Rocco.
Yeah, it's fucking Rocco, and a lot of, and it's funny that it's Rocco because it's a super Italian name for a very very Mexican dude.
You know what? I'm really looking forward to that moment in our lives where he either gets arrested or whatever there is, and it reads on an official police report, possible alias is Rocco.
It's pretty drug cartel and I like it, and it makes it even funnier that used to be a federal agent. So,
or you sound like an extra in a mobster movie, like Goodfellas. What's everybody drinking tonight? So let's start off with that. Matt Best, what are you drinking tonight?
Based off of my alcoholism, I'm the only one here with whiskey as we speak. I am drinking some American whiskey tin cup out of Colorado, which is one of my staples.
Honestly, that couldn't be any more fucking American if George Washington delivered it himself. Like that's fucking amazing. Jared, what are you drinking?
It's like Frosty the Snowman's blowing a load in my mouth when I sip on it. That's how good it is.
It's disgusting.
I think Frosty was a German tale, though. I don't know if that's American.
Jared, what are you drinking, buddy?
I've got a Shiner Black Lager.
Ooh.
He always bets on black.
he likes it stout and thick in his mouth. So
Listen, I like to not be disappointed, so I always go with black.
God.
I like it. And Vincent Vargas, a.k.a. Rocco, what is Rocco drinking tonight? Or what is Vincent Vargas drinking tonight?
Yeah, well, today I got this Samuel Adams. It's a Rebel IPA. It's a 6.5% alcohol. It's pretty rough. Actually.
Yeah, it's a Rebel IPA. I gave him that tonight, and I don't know if he's enjoying it, but it'll get him fucked up quick, which is nice.
We're going all in, boys.
What about you, Mr. Patterson?
Tonight, I'm drinking a Wilmington, North Carolina favorite. There's a place called Wilmington Homebrew here. It is called the Sneaky Goose. The ABV on it says 10 or 11. I go hard in the paint every single night out, so I go with a high. I go with the highest ABV. I'm literally like I'm one of those drinkers that is so. Just how do I get fucked up the fastest? I don't really like the taste and all that shit. Like it doesn't really like. Oh man, I really like that.
It's carb to get wasted ratio. You can drink 50 Coors Lights, but then look at all those carbs you're getting. Even with light beer, you go for the stouts, the ones over 7%, and then you're hitting Homeland real quick.
Real story. I had an ex-girlfriend that used to call me the Sneaky Goose. It was something I used to do in the shower.
It involved more than one knuckle. That's what I'm curious about.
It involved the shampoo.
Oh, God.
Dude, you never use shampoo. It's always conditioner. Yeah, it's never. You got to use conditioner. Shampoo burns, bro. Shampoo burns.
Yeah, look, I mean, we've all been pegged at one point, right?
Yeah.
Is that the term? Dude, I love. Oh man, Merlin on set. It told me what that was. Pegging.
By the way, he's referring to Jesse Merlin. We just finished a movie collectively called Range 15 that is out next summer. You might have seen one or two Facebook posts about it. Just one or two. He's referring to an actor named Jesse Merlin, who is maybe my favorite homosexual on the planet. Love that guy more than life itself. He went into a graphic description of pegging, and what did he tell you?
Essentially, I didn't know that there was a specific term for a female using a strap on a dude. It was vulgar. It was one of those conversations like a car crash where you wanted to stop listening, but you had to keep listening. So thanks for that, Jesse. I'll sleep peaceful at night for that.
See, I thought that was normal.
Pegging is a lot like you'll never forget where you were. It's like the JFK shooting. Whenever somebody tells you about your first, like, oh shit, wait, pegging? What the fuck is pegging? That
Yeah, but you know what
never
pisses
forget
me
it.
off? What makes me mad is when that one dude at your unit lets his wife do it, then she tells all the other wives, and then you got to hear it for like 6 months. But well, Scatterman did it.
I hope that's not really his name.
Yeah. So this went downhill very quickly. I'm thankful for that.
or uphill very quickly. Like
Yeah.
I mean, my first pegging experience story was a girl in Los Angeles. Wait, this is really fucked up. There was a girl in L.A. who claims again this may or may not be true. I don't know. She's like, I used to date Mike Piazza, the famous catcher for the
Shit. I've always known he was gay.
for the Dodger, and she was like, "Oh yeah, we used to fucking peg all the time," and I was like, "Wait, what?" I'm like, "What do you?" And then she went into the story of pegging, and that's when I had that moment of, "Oh my god, pegging's a fucking thing, and it's a thing."
Oh man.
Because my question is, do you face?
So I'm gonna start making Drinkin Bros podcast little thing we do. I'm gonna say cheers so we can drink to that after that story. So I'm gonna say cheers and take a little sip and maybe a little
our-
TO.
Yeah.
So cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers. I'll drink to that.
Cheers to the first time you've ever been pegged, or the first time you heard your pegging story.
And you know why that fucks me up so much is that I am a Dodger fan, and Mike Piazza was an icon growing up. And so now that I know he's been pegged, you kind of...
I don't know if it's
believe
true.
my childhood anymore.
I can't because this girl, look, it's one of those LA stories where you're like, it could have just been a random whore. Who knows? Yeah. She could have been lying about it. I don't know if he was a Pegasaurus or not.
Yeah, it was Mike Piazza out of Michigan, Detroit.
It was a whole different Mike Piazza.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a Mike Piazza down the street. He lived in a 1-bedroom. It was like, wait a minute, I don't think that's the same Mike Piazza that we're.
See, that's why I get screwed with rumors. My name is Matt Best with 1 T. That's pretty specific, so you know if they're talking about me.
Wow, you can't hear that if they're talking about you. You can't hear 1 T.
Well, they could say no, Matt, the guy with 1 T. And you're like,
who the fuck is going to say that?
I don't know.
A lot of people on the streets have been saying that. Matt with 1 T. A lot of people on the streets have been saying that.
Yo, that shit's more gangster than Rocco, you know?
Yeah, they're like, oh, that motherfucker. I bet his second T was silent. I bet that's what it was. It was silent, dude. Fuck him, that pegging motherfucker, that Pegasaurus motherfucker.
Oh, man. I've never done pegging.
I mean, I think if any weird rumors ever got put out about each other, like for me, I would just own it and then go into the worst graphic story.
No, you
like,
have to
the 12th degree, where they didn't even. It was, I think that guy's gay. Oh, you don't know the first of it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, this happened at a vending machine at a truck stop in fucking Arizona.
He's so gay. Like, he went so far gay, we don't even call it gay anymore. You know?
We don't even. That's a new word.
Like he would get egg salad at the vending machine and eat it out of dude's assholes.
Like,
that kind of gay.
He's just
he would get a shrimp po' boy.
Just shrimp from a vending machine.
What the fuck is this? A shrimp po' boy thing? I think that's.
Oh man, I do not want to eat that. No, but if someone gives us some crazy rumor, you just gotta own it, man.
No, you one up it.
Yeah,
it's better than owning it. So some dude's like, "Hey man, I heard Matt likes trannies." I'm like, he only likes them if there's 4 of them at a time.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of already happened, so we've gone down that road quite a bit. Heard you like trannies? Yeah, dude. I suck all the
We've
dudes.
gone down that road quite a few times.
Yeah, every time I hear him say it, I'm like, yeah, bro, we all do. It's all whatever.
That's
bro.
an Art 15 thing, bro.
How we roll.
You want to work for us?
You know what Jared, the shrimp po' boy just remind me of?
What?
Is your restaurant idea that you had of, what was it? Your scoops of sushi.
Oh yeah, you could order sushi by the scoop
with what and foot massage.
I love that, dude.
It's like foot massages and sushi.
As long as they have mochi for dessert.
At the table. So at the table, your feet have to be next to the sushi boat. Your feet have to go up by the sushi boat. Everybody's got to eat around your foot massage.
Oh my god!
For a lot of people that maybe don't know Jared Taylor, he is an interesting human. One of my favorites, but his brain goes to deep dark places. He has this thing that he wants to rent a commercial space and then every month put coming soon
a
and
commercial property.
property.
Like, essentially, I want to troll a community, like to where the signs on the front of the store would be, like Ming Lee's Handies and Sandies, home of the $2.99 hand job. Like, so the community's losing their mind, like that it's coming soon. How is it possible that a sandwich and hand job shop is coming soon in Salt Lake City, Utah?
And then for like a week you shut it down and put back the most fucked up one ever.
No, you gotta like calm it down and be like, okay, next week there's gonna be a fucking Chick-fil-A. And everyone's like, okay, I'm good with that. Chick-fil-A's cool. Next.
But then you do like prostate exams, and instead of like doctorate, it's
And,
like
and a dog
bachelor's of
food
arts.
disposal unit.
Oh my god.
For all your rotten dog food, bring it down here.
Jared, my one question then becomes, do you actually ever open it up, and is there hand jobs and sandwiches at any point?
Never.
Or is it just like
because
a coming soon?
The community, the local news would fucking have a field day. There'd be a fucking town meeting or some shit that everybody would be rioting, and then the Chamber of Commerce is like, we don't even have a business license. Who the fuck are these people? What are you talking about?
Yes. We need to do this.
It's how to troll. This is part of my book, how to troll everyone all the time.
You do a Big Earl's Thai food restaurant and pet euthanization.
Round pegs and round holes.
So it just becomes a life troll at the end.
But it
a
has
life
to be.
troll.
It has to be something that just doesn't go like Fat Jason's Mexican food. What? Who's Fat Jason?
And you have a really skinny owner named Bert that runs it. You're like, man, is Jason here? Can I talk to Jason? No, man, we've never met Jason. I'm Bert though, and I own it.
I would go as far to like rent an empty space next to a Starbucks and just put Starbucks coming soon. Like,
Wait, did corporate approve that?
With an X next to it, and you only sell like star fruit there, like it's a Starbucks with an X.
No, then you fuck with people when you put or cups have Christmas trees on them, and everybody's like, "Fuck yeah!"
this is the Christmas Starbucks, and that's the other Starbucks. You take your ass to the other one.
I love it.
Where it's Christmas all year long at yours. Like
Yeah, dude, we do fucking Christmas cups all year long. I would love that.
Yeah, we rent small people, like little elf people.
What? No.
Yeah, we have them in a little elf.
No,
pyramid.
I like this. You go all elves. You go all elves.
it's
All the
all
cups
elf.
have like 2 Santas 69ing on it.
Part of the hiring process, you have to get prosthetic surgery on your ears.
I have an idea. I have an idea for Christmas.
What is it?
What is the thing that they do? In the Jesus like
Krampus.
stable? Let's recreate the stable.
Oh, a nativity scene.
yes.
Rocco could be Jesus. No, Matt would.
Matt's Jesus.
Dude, you're definitely Thomas.
Matt's got a Jesus body. Like, you have a good Jesus body.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
No,
and I got the beard a little. I have to grow it out to, like,
Yes,
maybe
just-
Derek White status,
And
you know?
I could be Chuck.
No, who the fuck are those guys? Dude, no, we're going to be the wise men, okay?
Yeah, Tim, Chuck, and Onyx.
That's their name?
I don't know.
I was like, how the fuck do you know that?
Like, bro, I must have missed that in my Bible.
Who the
bro.
fuck was named Tim in Navadidisa?
Dude, 2 hours of the 2 hours of the scene somewhere in El Paso. Like, go see him live. We're just standing there like assholes.
We're on top of a Whataburger.
I feel like someone watching this right now is like, so this is what they do? They just go down dark rabbit holes of jokes? Yes, we do.
How about Charlie Sheen this week? God damn it, he went.
God.
I will say this. Going back to owning it, like, dude, did that guy fucking own AIDS or what? Like, Jesus, that interview was almost like, yeah, I've had it for 4 years and no bigs.
I'm upset at the fact that he's getting all this attention. I'm the one that gave him the AIDS.
On that road, I mean, it's Charlie Sheen. I feel like there's certain people in life you bang, and it's like, he's probably got HIV. Why you wear a condom if you want to do it that bad?
Yeah,
so,
dude.
But with him, if he knew and he was hitting it girls raw dog, he's a complete
That's
fucking
gross.
asshole,
Yeah,
dude.
he's
That's a piece of shit move.
Yeah. That's weird. But it's one of those, again, you kind of knew he had AIDS. you
Yeah,
always
like
known
at no
he's
point was anybody shocked. I mean, it barely trended
That's
on
like
Twitter.
when TMZ was like, breaking news. You're like, no, that's kind of...
The only thing I thought was kind of weak is he had his doctor get on there and talk about how much the AIDS made him depressed. It was like, come on.
Did you hear that
man.
he pretty much has fucking Michael Magic Johnson AIDS, where it's almost undescribed. Like, you can't even find it. Like,
Well,
what?
just
Undetectable.
having your doctor on there be like, you guys have no idea how hard it is for this rich fucking playboy motherfucker to have AIDS.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just like Magic Johnson. It's Magic Johnson HIV, dude.
Isn't that... It's like...
You can beat it though if you're rich enough, or you win the Olympics. You can beat AIDS, and he's beating AIDS.
You gotta love the pop culture take on when someone does something that fucking 1 in 50 humans do in the United States, that they're like some kind of motivator. Like, oh my gosh, she beat stage 1 cancer. Like, that's a shitty thing to do. It's a hard time for the family, but at the end of the day, a lot of people are going through a lot more struggles than that. That's why I don't really have too much sympathy.
I think I might have just discovered the cure for AIDS. Obviously, if an Olympian beat AIDS, that's because his body was a physical specimen and his shit was sped up, and he beat it. If you're rich, you just buy their blood.
Buy their blood.
Yeah.
Dude, you can buy the cure for HIV. That's insane, dude. I mean, it's proven. It's obviously going on. Let's go get HIV and test it. It's for science.
You can do that. I'm going to look at you do that one, bro.
I'll give it to my dog.
Wait, what?
Wait, no, wait. Dogs cannot get HIV, but cats can get a similar virus.
Really?
It's not infectious of humans. Don't mark that. It's like a Wikipedia reference, so don't source that.
You know
But
everything.
I just, I know that your eyes are piercing. What?
I think that's source material right there. Like, I think that's good enough for Wikipedia.
Yeah, it's like someone should Google that, and then if I was incorrect, I'd love to hear that.
My night would be complete if I went to Wikipedia and under sources it just said Matt Best said so.
Cat AIDS.
And that's it. No link to anything. It just said Matt Best said so.
Yeah.
Bitch.
You gotta throw
It's pretty easy. You talk about
Throw the bitch in.
there is an immune deficiency disease along female feline cats. It's pretty believable if you do the German voice with it too. Hey, Ross.
Yes.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To that, motherfuckers. Let's
Gotcha.
drink. I'm gonna tell you right now, we need to drink more in this goddamn podcast.
Yeah, well, I'm over here with a whole bottle of fucking whiskey, and you're over there
Let me
drinking.
take a sip of that shit.
Yeah, sip it down.
In fairness, I've been drinking a lot, but I didn't know whether to slurp it in or like
It's kind of hard to make like a classy drinking audible. It's not like that. Just sounds like my fucking.
Let me tell you something right now. I'm about to take a sip of this American whiskey tin cup, and I've never tried it before, but it smells.
Delicious, right?
Fuck, it smells like.
yeah, but then afterward, make it like a grunting noise, like I'm looking for a place to come.
Oh, come on, Rocco. Let's hear it.
It's so fucking smooth.
Oh,
It's actually really good. I love it. Wow. Good stuff, man. Tastes very woody taste, right?
Yeah, it's a little peaty, but not too bad. It's pretty smooth.
Is that what it's called, peaty?
Peaty's like a
little peaty.
Well, so I feel like even though we're doing the Drink Bros, we need to put it out there to the audience that I'm a Scotch drinker, but when it comes to a lot of other things, it's good or bad. I know somewhat like tones of things, but I am not a smart man when it comes to that. I think it's good or bad. It's a great reference. Or light or hard, you know?
Yeah. No. I totally get it. I also, by the way, for future podcasts, I think once we get going and really in the jam, in the groove of shit, we should try to set the record of the longest podcast and then drink all the way through it. And just no cuts. Whatever that is, for 52 hours, I want that played, and I want it played for the rest of time.
I'm pretty sure we should do the 50th podcast we do like maybe at 12 hours so we don't kill ourselves, but it starts at like 10 a.m. and goes to 10 p.m. There might be, and then whoever lasts the longest the whole way through with us gets a prize. Like,
yes.
A signed book from you, maybe a signed DVD of Range 15, some other fun stuff.
It'd be great, dude. It'd be tough. It'd be a challenge for us. Like, I got to do push-ups real quick. I'm falling asleep.
Sorry, Jared is getting up to grab some whiskey as well. Ross, so this is a good question for some of the guys. Range 15, right? So if the people don't know what that is a movie that was kind of concepted by Art 15, then Ranger Up, and then Ross Patterson brought in and had a huge part of that. And Ross, what was your experience? You're a vetted guy. You've been around a while in Hollywood, even though you're not like a Hollywood guy, which is why we love you so much. But what's your experience, man? How do you feel about all the military guys? Like, how was your experience with or crazy fucking people?
Truthfully, that movie was a hard one to walk away from. We just had a DVD release party the other night for Helen, Keller versus Nightwolves here in Wilmington, and about half the cast and some of the crew, Hollywood, Heard came up from Atlanta, Georgia,
Love that
and
dude.
we had this exact conversation of what a special movie that was and how hard that one was to walk away from. Some movies are really easy to walk away from because you hate the people that you're working with. And I mean, there was one, privately, you guys know, there was a movie that I worked on that I felt like I was getting out of Shawshank Redemption, like Tim Robbins at the end, where I was like, I just ripped my coat off and trudged through the water to get the fuck out of there. Yeah. But this one was really, really hard. The biggest thing I think one of the biggest reasons is you guys were really, really, really prepared. So it made shooting and it made the days easier. And everybody was willing to help out and help one another. Plus, your fans, to people who
the coolest
don't
motherfuckers on the planet. Am I right?
On the planet by far, by far. And I had no idea. One, two. I walk in, and by day 3 or 4 on set, it felt like we were at a Grateful Dead show, where there was 9 million people there. They were all supportive. Everybody was there because they were a fan. There was no like taking shit or stealing shit. Everybody was polite and helpful.
I kind of hate the word fans. I always say supporters because you're not a fan when a fan to me is like someone that's like, oh my God, I love that song. I like the word supporter for our guys because guys that showed up, even guys that bought perks, I'm like $1,000 to be on set as a whatever, just to show up and hang out, but yet they're grabbing a radio from productions assistants, rallying dudes, like working their ass off in fucking 15-hour days, and then smiling at the end of it and thanking us for being there. I'm like, dude, it was the most humbling experience of my whole entire life.
We had a Supreme Court judge, for Christ's sake.
It was, like you hit it right.
Yeah, I mean, I truthfully, it was amazing to see because you guys got to see the other side of it too, of what little bitches people are in Hollywood to work with. We had a couple crew members were fucktards, but
generally it was a pretty good cast. Yeah, once in a while they throw little fits, and you're like, really, bitch? Like, so we came up, guys, Drinkin Bros out there. We came up with this thing on set that we used to fuck with all the guys. Like, they're like, hey man, need water? Like, yeah, it's hot, but it's not war.
I went to war.
War. No. I would like some water, but don't worry about how hot or cold it is because I was in fucking war.
The feedback, though, that we got after it was over from both the crew and the big actors that we got, that was fucking cool.
Yeah. And it was true, by the way. Nobody was blowing smoke up your ass. Like, it really felt like a special experience.
No one was pegging us, huh?
Yeah, no one was getting pegged. And even if they were riding home on donuts, so they weren't that sore at the end of the day. But the biggest thing I took away from it again was you had a couple bitchy crew members here and there. Those guys were getting paid a lot of money to be there every day. Then you had your supporters who were there every day, who were helping out, lifting sandbags, throwing on zombie makeup and hanging out in it for 12 hours a day. And it was hot. Like, a lot of people don't realize that. Everybody thinks, oh, you come out to LA, it's going to be 75 and sunny every day. It was like, no, it was a fucking sweltering heat wave in the middle of October. And, some of the days we shot, it was over 100 degrees every day. And none of those guys said anything, probably because they were in fucking war.
They've been war.
Yeah, if anybody was on set there and listening, man, thank you guys. It was probably one of a few experiences in my life that I'll always look back. And you can go forward and do more movies, maybe bigger budgets, but that will always be kind of a diamond that you could never replace. So thank you.
It felt like one of the, I've never been to summer camp, but if I've been to summer camp, I feel like that's what it was.
Dude, yeah, it's like fucking Medal of Honor winners show up to set, dudes I haven't seen for years that we fucking served with, and they're just like, I'm just here to get drunk and hang out.
Yeah,
I love
random,
it.
really big names, guys that are huge in the community are just showing up to hang out. Hey, just wanted to stop by and shake your guys' hands. Like, what are you talking about? I idolize you.
Yeah, exactly. It was insane.
And by the way, the other thing I love too about your supporters is they were more amped to meet like Leroy Petrie than like William Shatner. Shatner wasn't a celebrity to them, but Leroy Petrie was like, oh shit.
No, man, those Medal of Honor recipients are celebrities to us, man. That's the world that we live in. It's just like, wow, when you're able to drink a beer with one of these guys and be able to just tell stories and bullshit and know, like, man, you're just like me, it's a cool experience, man. And that's what we were blessed to be able to be around. I think just us, the group ourselves, were like, wow, what an experience.
It's exciting to see them. And, I think the general media paints such a picture of what a Medal of Honor winner should be. And these guys are that and even more because they stay true to their roots. They support their communities. And then they're just fun guys.
They stay true to their bros.
They're leaders in the community, and that's what we need. We need people to be showing that there's a next objective for veterans, that we can go out there and do things outside of our service, And it was, again, humbling. That's the only word I've come up with. I can't think of a better one. It was fucking awesome.
The thing that a lot of people, at home probably don't realize is you're on set for 12 to 14 hours a day. So, not only Leroy, I mean, shit. What that guy's been through as a person, and then to say, hey, stand up under these lights for 14 hours straight. It's 105 degrees, and then there's lights blaring on you all day. Like, it's a lot to ask of people. It really is. And
and they didn't complain once.
Yeah, that's
didn't complain one single time. Didn't ask for a bendy straw with water. Didn't hashtag any pictures on Instagram. Set life. They were.
Raw
Set life.
Yes, set life. Hashtag set life.
Hashtag set life. Hashtag celebrity.
Hashtag set life.
No big deal.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Hashtag day at the office.
That should be a thing. Rocco, what would be the hashtag that comes to mind that pisses you off the most that you see?
Where just all in all?
Like complete in general.
Oh, fuck. I have to pass. Let me think about that one.
Mine's set life, because most of the people that hashtag set life are just they're not on set.
Level C actors.
Mine is every day I'm hustling, but it's like a picture of a fucking Starbucks cup. It's like, dude, just because you got up and got coffee at some point in the day, don't say every day I'm hustling because you got up and got coffee today. Like, what'd you really fucking do today?
It's like 10 a.m. getting coffee every day hustling.
It's a cool 11:45.
Hey, shut up! I wake up late
on the West Coast too. So people on the East Coast have already been up for like 9 hours.
They're writing up their closing statements for their fucking work for the COP. That's fucked up.
You There's something besides a hashtag. There's something that just irritates the shit out of me on Facebook is when it says what school they went to, the school of hard knocks.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
my school colors were black and blue.
Yeah,
I got pegged at that school, so it's kind of.
Dude, yeah.
You
I
did get
actually
pegged
went
at
to
that
the
school.
school of hard knocks, and it's just full of a bunch of gay sex.
it's called prison, bitch.
The truth about the school of hard knocks, it's really a bunch of gay sex.
God.
Speaking of prison, Jared Fogle went down. He got 15 years today at the Subway
Good.
guy.
Fuck that little piece of shit,
What
man.
exactly did he do? I mean, fuck him.
He had quite a bit, and it's funny you guys bring that up because we have a close friend here in El Paso that works in the child cybercrime.
Quick note: Jared Fogle is the Subway guy who was.
He's the Subway spokesman. He was the spokesman for like the last 10 years. He supposedly
I met
lost
him.
80 to 100 pounds just off of eating sandwiches. And Jared, I'm interested to hear this crime ring story.
But he got caught with pedophilia.
I met him at a NASCAR race in Rockingham, North Carolina.
So tell him about
So I mean, you can look up his rap sheet. I just know he had multiple counts of child pornography. They also caught him trying to purchase different things that involved children. He had a few children that he had molested, I believe, and that's one of those things that the public needs to wake up a little more about and maybe start demanding a little more action. Is child sex crimes have some of the most lenient sentencing. I mean, he only got 15 years, and he was trying to buy kids to fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, are you serious?
Yes.
That's what I heard.
See,
From
No,
Sometimes-
literally, that is what he was trying to do, and it was across like state lines too. So it wasn't like you were just trying to do it in one state.
Oh,
Apparently, like he had tapped out of the state
You
and
were
was going.
bootlegging kids.
You know the fucked up part. Maybe this is my old way of thinking a little bit, but like I think dudes like that, which there's no really fixing that. I think you just like a dog that's dying of cancer. You take it behind the barn, and you shoot in the fucking back of the head, and you continue the like contemporization of fucking Western
We pay
society,
for
which
this.
is not fucking kids.
We pay for his 15
That's what I'm
years.
saying, dude.
Yeah.
You're paying for
No,
that shit.
exactly. Dude, I worked in the prison system. That's exactly it. We're paying for their fucking 3 hots and a cot, motherfucker.
And you know what? The American public has the power to say, you know what? Child sex crimes are too lenient. We need to go straight to the we need to go straight to the death penalty.
Yeah, capital punishment,
We need to do that. Yeah, they can say it. Speak up.
Wax that bitch. Dude.
Yeah.
Well, that's everything, dude.
Here's the thing, man. If it was any of my kids, say it was my kids, like, well, here we go, boys. We're gonna go fucking smoke a motherfucker. He ain't even going to court. He's dead.
Yeah. You need to call
This
it-
is hypothetics.
hypothetical.
I
I don't know why we don't exile people. That is weird to me. Why don't we just kick them
I
out
love
of
it.
the
I
country?
love the Code of Hammurabi. I love all that shit. I want to bring it back. Like, yes, exile him and put him on a weird island. Film that.
Yeah. That could be Spike TV's new reality show.
Dude, it's like the old reality show. It's where you have criminals fight to the death or whatever. It's almost
Yes.
that movie, whatever that was.
Remember that shitty movie with Ice-T and they go out, Ice-T, they drop him off in the woods?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a different
Yes.
one.
Yes.
What was that called?
They drop him off in the woods and then they hunt him. Like, I want to see him
Yeah.
hunted.
That's fucking awesome, dude. I always thought about what if you fucking get a fucking platoon of fucking lifers and you take them overseas to, like, listen, bro, if you fight war, there's 5 years off your life, a sentence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, you
Just-
guys come back?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Come back, we'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll send you to
That's it.
Australia.
It's open-ended.
Yeah, we'll just
We'll
send you
figure
to
it out.
Australia and, have at it.
By the way, Ross, I watched Trainwreck last night.
Huge comedy fan. Obviously, that's why I did Range 15. There has not been one comedy that came out this year. When I saw Trainwreck, it was like a fucking drama to me. When the dad gets diagnosed with MS to start the movie, I was like, wait, where the fuck are we going? Is she going to quit alcohol too? And then, sure enough, what did you really think of it? You've interviewed Amy Schumer.
Yes, I did, and I was disappointed, like you would think.
I've
but
never been a fan of her.
I thought the best part about the movie was LeBron James. That was the only part about
A
the
lot
movie
of
I
people
liked.
said that. A lot of people said John Cena was better than the movie itself.
Yeah, John Cena.
John Cena
insane.
was great. Like, that fight in the movie theater was funny. Like that's when I was laughing. I wasn't laughing. It just seemed like Schumer was almost stretching, where she just wanted to say like weird sexual shit.
Dude, I'm not a fan of that chick.
It is just it didn't make. I don't know. I fell
And
asleep.
she's really funny. Again, you've interviewed her.
Yes.
She's really funny, and it's I just don't get it. It seemed like she kind of wanted to do a drama and a comedy at the same time.
You never know, though. Maybe they forced her into that. You know how this goes. She might have had a bunch of great shit written because, again, on her feet, she mopped the floor with me when I talked to her.
I will say you couldn't cuss in that interview, and I saw you catch yourself. So I'm going to give you a little because you're quick in your feet.
But still, she's good, and you never know. You never know. You know, in these situations, is it her? Was this her writing? Was it her decision, or did the studio say, "Hey, this is what we want you to do because we want to push you in a strategic mission"? You know,
when I saw it, I thought the first of the studio definitely forced her hands into going down this more traditional road. Then I saw interviews with her where she was like, look, this is the movie I wanted to make, and I wrote it myself, and I'm really happy with it, and she's won a bunch of awards. There's even Oscar talk. No bullshit. There's even Oscar talk for her for this movie, yeah. And I don't get it, man. I mean, I again, maybe it's me, and maybe I was having a bad day, and I went in just because I wanted to see a comedy, and it was a little more dramatic than what I hoped for. I don't know.
So I don't know if you're interested in any of this, but tonight I am taking my daughter to go see the first showing
of the Hunger Games,
the
right?
Hunger Games, yeah.
The new one?
What is it, number 3?
Yeah.
No, I think it's like number 4.
I fucking get down on the Hunger Games. Dude, I'm not going to lie.
I read all the books, and they're fucking amazing. The first movie I didn't like.
Jennifer Lawrence is the jam, dude. I dig her whole shit.
I would tongue punch her fart box for sure.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's awesome. That got really good reviews. Hey, the other one that got great reviews, by the way, one of my good friends who's a Boston film critic named Ken Murray just reviewed Creed last night, and he said it was one of the best movies of the year and that Stallone might get a Best Supporting Oscar nomination, and he was not fucking kidding.
No shit. See, honestly, from the previews, I thought that was just like a play off of the success of Southpaw. So I was like, oh, another boxing movie. But then, Stallone in those performances, he's got it down so well that... I mean, it's great.
Now,
I'd be interested to watch it.
I thought it was going to be a throwaway, like a spinoff. Like, all right, great. It's a quick cash grab. No big deal for the studio. I wasn't going to see it. And then after he called, I was like, man. And then somebody else had said the same thing, and I was like, holy shit, this could be legit. And I read his review, and it just said basically that it's shot like an indie, so it's super gritty, kind of 8 Mile-ish, and it's about this hero story. And I'm kind of amped to see it now, and I can't fucking believe it.
Fuck yeah.
So, like, I text Ross every time I watch a new movie, pretty much. So I just watched Horns.
Oh God, Jared, will you please tell the world about your shitty movies that
Horns?
You love?
No, I did admit that I laughed a lot at Vacation.
The movie? Oh, yes, the new one?
The new one.
Oh, I saw it. I actually liked it too.
I didn't mind it. I got a chuckle or two, but I didn't like it that much.
Oh, God. That, and then what was the follow-up the next day? Hey, man, I just watched Pixels with Adam Sandler. It wasn't that bad. I really love Peter Dinklage in it.
No, I didn't say that. It's funny because all these movies that people always say they hate, I watch them and maybe I'm just simple, like, because it's like, I'm entertained. I got excited when they started playing Everybody's Working for the Weekend. Like, I was like,
I call it sometimes JT is our Rain Man.
Yeah.
There's moments where I'm like, God, man,
he's our Jack once in a while.
Yeah, so strange. And there's sometimes like, what a genius.
But Horns, let's get
whenever
back
a
to
movie
Horns.
cranks up with the boys are back in town, I fucking turn it off. I don't care.
Check this out,
I'm
Ross.
good after that.
He got this TV that did 4K. And one night we sat here for almost 2 hours watching scenes, like scenic views in 4K, and he was smiling his face, mouth open the whole time.
I was like, dude, are you stoned? And he was like, what the fuck? I'm in the middle, like, still a reservist. God, of course not. I was like, you're just watching like scenes of the environment, but we're not even like cool. Like it started off kind of cool,
It was
but then went
Venice in 4K.
boring
of people walking, just walking.
He's excited.
He's like, oh man,
You can see the buttons on their sweater.
He's like, can you believe it? Look, this is 4K. It's amazing. I'm like, what the fuck are we watching?
Rocco and I both fell asleep.
It's good nav material. But Horns, I want to talk about Horns because it confuses me, Ross. Like, to me, Horns was a very epic kind of thriller drama, but then there was the weird horn thing threw in. It was like the script was written as this murder mystery type thing through the whole thing with a love story, but then this paranormal thing was just added that made no sense to me. I didn't get it.
Horns was based off a book,
It just didn't
and that's
make
why.
sense.
Most movies
they
are
were trying
based
to
off
parrot-
of books and horrible representations of the actual literature.
I know.
Yeah, because it's hard, and the reason why is you guys know this now is you're trying to get a 90 to 95 page shooting script. A book is
300.
300 pages, so
true.
you're trying to jam 300 into a 95 page script and then try to tell the story. The best is again why I like the Hunger Games. The way they broke that up to match those books. That's the only way you can do it. You need like 5 of those fuckers to really get through the series.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the thing I hated with the first one. I feel like it missed a lot of the kind of the love triangle that's going on, but the next ones were fucking right on target exactly with what the books were going with.
You love a good love triangle. I will say that, Rocco.
Listen, it's in the military. It's called a tripod. Okay,
It's called the tripod.
and
Go the Eiffel Tower.
hey, watch that shit around here, okay?
Oh, that's
No,
right.
he made a foreshadowing comment of something in the movie that I will not talk about.
Oh yeah, that's right. I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
We won't even bring that up, but I will bring up that, Jared, I honestly, if I get one more text about how much you love Peter Dinklage, I'm going to fucking lose my mind.
See, but that's the worst thing to a military guy, dude. You can't admit any, he's just going to text you all fucking day.
Dude,
about
I'm gonna
movies.
text you that painting that Brian Singer has in his house of Peter Dinklage.
Oh, God.
Because I have that photo.
What if that was your thing? Like everywhere we went, I just told everybody, I was like, man, this is Jared. Nice to meet you, everybody. He's a really cool guy, but dude, I'm just going to warn you. He's going to text you about Peter Dinklage for fucking
Dude, I would do that to any of your college friends. If we ever go to Ohio or any of your reunions or whatever, just run with that game and I will talk about Peter Dinklage all night to all of your friends.
They, by the way, Ohio State has already booked Range 15 for next year. So you will get your opportunity to go back, and please tell
That is cool.
please tell everybody that you love Peter Dinklage and just really go into it.
I have a couple college friends that are close there too, so that's cool, man.
What? What does that have to do with Peter Dinklage?
We're gonna be
just
in
excited
Ohio
to go to
State.
Ohio, yeah.
Motherfucker. Goddamn.
Whatever. I mean, you have
You're
college friends everywhere.
Yeah, well, I've been to college everywhere. I've been going to college for 9 years.
Seriously, Van Wilder, fucking next level shit.
I'm getting my bachelor's soon.
But the movie you guys made will be a huge hit at colleges. So
You think
be
so?
prepared for that.
You think so?
It's pretty edgy, though,
You think
Yeah,
you're
but
gonna
college kids like edgy.
I'll put it to you this way. When I was back, we had Keller played there. Helen Keller versus Night Wolves played there. There was about 15 or 16 Drinking Bros there, just amped about that, all in their Drinking Bros, T-shirts and everything.
It's fucking awesome.
Dude, yeah, they could not wait for Range 15. They were like, man, your movies are fucking hilarious. We're so happy you teamed up with these guys. Like, dude, we'll travel from everywhere. And some people had even traveled from Chicago to that screening.
That's why, dude, the Drinkin' Bros are the best, which is why, guys, we kind of started the podcast just to kind of make hopefully a weekly thing where we're having fun and talking because it's such a cool community. And, the internet's always has drama associated with it, but what a lot of people haven't seen is the good that the Drinkin' Bros have done, supporting communities. Rocco's cheersing us, so we got to go.
Dude, I 100% agree. Cheers, boys.
So, like the Vigilant Guard, right?
Yes,
and a lot of other
Vigilant
things.
Yeah, Drinkin' Bros Vigilant Guard.
Taking care of dudes that have it's what all this is about at the end of the day is community, and that's something that our company profile really tries to promote. I mean, there's business associated with it. There's always weird relationships, but it's about community, supporting the people around you. When everybody has a time in need that needs a little pick me up, but then what you do is you pay it forward down the road. And Drinkin' Bros have done that, and it's fucking awesome. And that's why we are committing so much time of our lives to trying to make this thing successful.
And that app is coming out soon too. That is going to allow you to create your own Drinkin' Bro events, and it will ping out to everybody else that has the app in your area.
Never drink alone again.
Exactly.
That's what Drinkin' Bros is about, man. Fucking amazing.
Which is awesome. And also, by the way, I would like to nominate a Drinking Bro of the Week to Tim Morris. Tim Morris was the one, the Drinking
shit,
Bro.
Tim, yeah.
Yes.
He drove 6 hours to that screening just for one night, had his Drinking Bro shirt on. He won the Helen Keller versus Night Wolves official, unofficial jacket on it. And is literally he partied with me till 3 a.m. when everybody had blacked out.
Dude,
he was the last man standing.
I've actually drank with Tim as well. I was in Chicago, had a layover, got canceled. I posted in Chicago. This motherfucker showed up in 15 minutes, and we fucking drank and watched the Blackhawks win the fucking Stanley Cup.
He's fucking rad.
So this is the start right here. It's November 19th.
My daughter's birthday.
Next November, happy birthday. Yeah. Next November, we will compile our 52 or 56. I don't know how many weeks we have in a year. Whatever. Is it 52?
56.
Is it 56?
52, yeah.
It's 52. Dummy.
We'll go with a hard 52.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
we'll
saying?
go with a hard
Let's
52.
try that out.
So out of the Drinking Bro of the week, we will nominate a Drinking Bro of the year.
Yes.
It'll be fun.
It's essentially what that means is someone that goes above and beyond for the greater good of the community. It never has to be associated with any companies that we own or projects we're involved in, but just going above and beyond to help someone.
Tim's one of our admins as well. He's been one for a while.
And Tim also helps just maintain what we've created. You know, he creates a video probably once, twice a week.
Dude, he did that. Wait, what was that one video with lead slingers like all over what town? Did he take Chicago? Dude, everywhere. I was like, God, dude, like what's every fucking spot, bro?
Dude, he is an amazing freaking person, and just it's great to have him on board with us and drinking.
Really cool guy. And by the way, you can't outdrink him. Like, you guys know I can fucking drink. I'm not going to get into the story where I drank Rocco under the table.
That was actually the first time I have not shown up home. I passed down, and it was bad. Yeah.
Hashtag gains with a Z. Gains. And dude, Tim Morris was on. Like, that guy had 52 beers, one for every day in the week that night, and didn't. Dude, there was nothing, not a bat of an eyelash, nothing. And I was like, oh, fuck. I mean, luckily the bartender called it, but I don't know how long he could have.
In kind of true Drinking Bros fashion, he shows up, drinks a bunch of beer. I bet he was up at 9 a.m. fucking doing some work, too. That's what it's about.
Fucking driving 6 hours home.
Yeah.
And the Drinking Bros Chicago chapter kills it, dude. They're solid dudes, man. So
that's
awesome.
Big up shout out to Chicago.
Team, yeah.
Well, yeah, Chicago, and I want to give a shout out to San Antonio because we just visited there, and the turnout was awesome. We did a little event, and just like fucking awesome. So we all love you guys, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. I think we're probably going to come to a summarization of what we've been doing. But
yeah, Ross, you want to take us to the lead out?
Be sure to look out for all the Art 15 videos, the Matt Best 11X videos. Rocco is also going to be changing his name to just one word pretty soon. Helen, Keller versus Nightwolves is out on DVD right now.
Hey, Ross, real quick, though, are you going to make an announcement yet about your big surprise? Is it next week?
It is next week.
Okay.
I don't know when the podcast is going up, but I will. I will for sure.
Okay.
We'll do that on
I'll
number
make a
2.
video.
Number 2.
Yeah, number 2, you can put that out. But Ross is doing a pretty selfless thing, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm really, really, really excited about it. And everybody who downloaded and listened to the podcast today, we just want to say thanks. Good nights. Go drink yourself into being the person you want to be, or just look in the mirror and hope to be Matt Best, because that's what all of us do.
No one wants to be that guy.